Hello, I'm Pearl, and here I am in the deep dark woods. I'm actually just in the park, but it's pretty gorgeous. There's a huge tree over here, and it's actually not too hot in the shade. I've got a seat in the shade, which is like gold dust at the moment in the heat wave in England, and you can probably see how dry it is. And the reason for this little video is I've been going through a sort of a little bit of thing in the last sort of 48 hours about an award that I am going to go and receive on Sunday, hopefully. And it's one of those things that's been in my diary for a really long time. I had a friend who was supposed to come with me, and one of the things that I realised when I was offered this award, and also, you know, the opportunity to go and actually receive it, because it's the first time they've done this live in 2 years because of the pandemic, was that I haven't been and received an award since I was about 16 years old. And I've written about this in my book, Fear of Success, Pearl Escapes Fear of Success. And one of the things I think sort of happened to me at that age is this really lovely thing happened to me. I won this really big award, and unfortunately a lot of very bad things happened at the same time, and I kind of turned it around on myself and made myself feel guilty, and sort of made it about me. And that's kind of one of the things that we do that contributes to our fear of success, that something really wonderful happens and then something really awful happens, and we kind of get superstitious, you know, and if we look at it really clearly, we know that those two things have got nothing to do with each other. But we get that fear of that if I succeed, someone else will fail. If something good happens to me, something bad happens to somebody else. And we start to sort of believe in, I think, what you call like a zero-sum game. You know, so one person loses, one person succeeds. And I write about this in my book as in Spartacus, the gladiator concept, you know, that we can't all be successful, which is completely wrong, especially in many types of business, where really what we can do is build a bigger pie, as we call it, or when we are successful, we help other people to be successful as well. Obviously, that's not always the case. You know, a lot of things there can be only one winner, but we can also see that sometimes that great competition makes two winners. So I was watching a film about McEnroe versus Bjorn Borg a little while ago, and if you actually watch that film and you study the match that they had, the first match they had where I won't tell you who won, but if you study that match, you see that there were really two winners. You know, two people came in to the arena, and who left were two champions. You know, rather than one winner, one loser, two champions. And that can really happen with any kind of sport, actually. Sometimes people play so well. And actually, I think last year, I'm trying to remember, there was an Italian player, and I think Djokovic won. But the match was so great. There were really two champions on the court. And I wanted to talk about this because I look at my career. Oh, nice bit of breeze coming through here now. I hope you can enjoy this with me. Plays havoc with the sound, but it's lovely. It's very nice. It's sort of an ad hoc one here. I hope you can enjoy being in the woods with me. Rather nice here. But I look back at my career and I look on my CV and I realise ever since I won that award, I've only ever been shortlisted for awards. I've only ever been nominated. And then I've only started really winning awards since I wrote that book a couple of years ago. And I often describe myself as a mystic. You know, I don't know how things work, I don't. But I do know that sometimes we create such powerful barriers to things that we push those things away from us, even if it's just not applying for awards. You know, during the pandemic, perhaps when I wrote the book, somebody asked me if I wanted to apply for an award, and I wrote 2 lines and I got a reply saying, "You've won an award." Here's a business award. And I thought, that's rather nice. That's very, very nice. And what I love about this particular award was when I was asked to send in some information. They said, oh, well, you've been nominated for this award, and would you like to send us some information? And they asked me some questions. And as I was answering those questions, I really got more insight into what I do and how I do it, because it's changed so much. I used to go into a room and teach people physically, and now I create audiobooks, now I create books, now I do videos, all these kind of things. And when they asked me the question, I answered it, and I knew the answer, and it was that I want my work to be available to everyone around the world in all kinds of formats, and it to be accessible. So in audiobooks for people who can't read books, and then also in paperback for people who like a paperback and who find that the way that they read, or videos. And I suddenly, things fell into place when I explained that. And it's lovely to be given an award for what you are doing. I realise actually what you are doing is good enough, and I am enough. And it's a really exciting time. But really the whole point of this little video and what I'm doing at the moment is having to rearrange things and also give myself permission, really give myself permission in what is quite a dark time personally to celebrate and to enjoy and to have fun, and to also, and this is really, really important, something I was always teaching my students in Zumba is to accept a compliment. One of the hardest things I used to say to people is, oh, you look nice. Oh no, I don't, I look awful. Oh no, this old thing. I say, look, just say thank you. Just say thank you when somebody offers you a compliment, when somebody gives you something nice. And that's what I want to do with this award, is to say thank you, to honour it and to appreciate it, and to have, I don't know if the right word is humility, or to sort of, to be honourable and honour what's the fact that somebody wants to give me an award, which is really nice. But it's hard sometimes to allow people to pay you compliments and to do nice things. And I've had some other stuff come up with the person who's coming with me, and somebody else asking me to do something else, and I'm just sort of working through that at the moment. And at first I was like, oh, I won't go, I won't do it, it's not that important. And then I thought, no, it is important, and it's important to me, because maybe it's not an Oscar, maybe it's not a Grammy, maybe it's not a Nobel Peace Prize or whatever, but it's important to me because I haven't been and accepted an award. I tell you, I accepted an award as a volunteer, for working with carers, probably about 10 years ago. And I went and I accepted that award for the amount of hours I'd done on the project being honoured. And that was easy because that was a group. It was like, okay, I'm going with my mates and my group and we'll do it. Whereas this is an award for me. So it's a little bit more like, ooh. And I just wanted to add to that because there's something that happened earlier this year at the Oscars, as we all know about. It was a big fight at the Oscars. And it made me really think about this fear of success, and why does this come up so much at the times when you think it wouldn't. Times you think, oh, this is such a great occasion, and why would somebody have to act out in a certain way? And obviously it's about fear of success, and we are our own worst enemy when it comes to fear of success a lot of the time. And when it comes to something really, really big, like a really, really big award, and okay, this is a really good reason for me to go and accept a less huge award, because it gives me the chance to practice and not be stupid, not do the worst thing, do the wrong thing, instead of in front of millions and millions of people in the whole world. But accepting a huge award like this, like the Oscars, something like that, it's huge. And it's like huge events like weddings, which should be just all fun and games and all jollity. And we know that at events like this, emotions run high, and anything that we haven't really resolved runs high, and things get triggered, and sometimes we don't really behave in the best way. And one of the biggest things that we do in these kind of environments, especially when we're being honoured, is we don't believe that we deserve it. And we don't want to stand up and say thank you. We don't want to stand up and honour the people who've given us an award, because it brings up all kinds of conflicting emotions. Because it's really hard to stand there in the light. It's really hard to stand there sometimes and hold your head up high and say, thank you. This is a great honour. And one of the best ways we can do that is to honour all the people who've supported us up to a certain point. And then we don't fall into that trap of thinking it's all about us, because it's not all about us, really. And for me, if I think about this award that I'm going to receive, it's important for me and my business. It's important for me and the clients that I may get from this, and for the people who I serve. It's important just to spread the word so that people can find the work. You know, I may not make any money from those clients. It may be like you guys. You're just going to watch it for free on YouTube. But it's still important. It's still important for people to be able to find anything that's going to help them. And so that's why I think it's important for me to go and receive this award. And if you get the opportunity to receive something, maybe it's an Employee of the Month thing, you know, honour it. Honour it. I always remember in Friends, there's a scene, you know, when Joey's going for a soap award and he doesn't get it, but he gets to go up and pick up an award for somebody else in the cast who's received an award. And he gets up and they're so excited, it's so great, and he takes it to give it to her, and she's like, oh, another one of these, you know, they give me one of these every year. And it's a real eye-opener, because he was so excited and he didn't win it, and he felt so, and she just didn't care. She didn't care. It's like, oh, I've won another one of these awards, I don't care, you know. And I hope we never get like that. I hope I never get like that, you know, because really what we're doing with that is we're putting ourselves down. And, you know, we don't need to do that. There's plenty of people out there that do it for you for free. So if you get given the chance for an honour, any kind of honour, you know, it doesn't matter. Maybe somebody in your work says thank you for something, wants to take you out for lunch. Maybe somebody wants to give you the afternoon off. Maybe somebody just wants to buy you a bun. What can you say? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And keep practicing and saying thank you, because the more you say it, the easier it is. And when somebody compliments you, even when you've just come out the swimming pool and you've got bad hair and you're wearing a freebie plain white t-shirt, when somebody says you look nice today, you can just say, you don't say, are you crazy? Why would you give me a compliment? I look awful, I look terrible. How dare you compliment me? Because I've had people say that to me, really, in that kind of tone. You just say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm ready for my close-up now. Take care. I hope this helps if you're facing a challenge of actually being honoured in life. And let's just try and enjoy it, shall we? Love you. Bye-bye.